Hey everybody, so today I have a review of the Burp Shawl by Burp Necessity for you guys. So if you're unfamiliar with Burp Necessity, they make these burp shawls and this is what it looks like. It kind of looks a little weird, right? Well, right now I'm going to insert a clip of me actually putting this on and showing you guys how it works. But basically this is to give you a lot more coverage than you would with a regular burp cloth. And I feel like more and more burp cloths are becoming smaller and smaller, which is okay for some babies, but a lot of babies need big burp cloths. So first, they do retail for $32. You can buy them off of their website, which I will have linked down below for you guys. The print I have mine in is called Aqua Diamond. This is what it looks like. Isn't it gorgeous? I love it. And then this is what the inside of mine looks like. Kathy Fitzgerald is the owner of Burp Necessity, and her mom is actually the one who hand sews all of these in Seattle in the US, which I think is amazing. So Kathy came up with this idea because she wanted to create a cute but stationary burp cloth, which I think is genius, because that was another thing that I was also experiencing a really hard time with Sophie, was the fact that like the burp cloth never stays where you put it, especially when you're, feeding baby, then picking them up, putting them on your shoulder, sitting them down, feeding them again, like in the midst of all that, the burp cloth like ends up on the floor. So the burp shawl can also be used as a nursing cover, and I used this a few different times to not only nurse Remy, but I also used it while I was pumping. I feel like it offers like just the right amount of coverage for me, because I was always doing the 2-shirt method. That's just what I'm most comfortable with. So it was like it offers just enough to where I can be a little bit modest, but still it's not all up in Remy's face, and also I can still easily pull it aside and check and make sure everything's okay with my pumping flange and everything's good to go. So I really like that it's multi-purpose. Now, as for my experience with it, let me tell you, this thing is amazing. And had I found this when I had Sophie, I would have been Kathy's biggest customer, hands down. First of all, let me just say, shout out to you reflux moms. This is what you need in your life. Sophie had regular reflux, she was vomiting all the time, constantly. And one of the biggest places I hated getting throw up on me was down in between my boobs. So had I known about this, I would have definitely like bought her out, because it's so amazing. Like, you can just cover up. That's what I did. Like, when I got this, and I wasn't really sure if Remy was going to be, a puker. So I was covering up like this, covering up the girls, making sure there's no way there's going vomit down inside there. I really like that there's a ton of burp cloth. I mean, it's humongous. Like, why don't they make these just in the store? Why is this not a thing? Because I would have bought a million of these. I keep saying it, but it's so true. And especially when you go out with a reflux baby who spits up or vomits a ton, like with Sophie, I would have to carry 5 or 6 burp cloths. There you go. Just buy one, guys. Just buy one. So I really do like that. I enjoy it. I feel like it's amazing. I was also kind of worried about this fabric on this side. I don't know if you can tell with the lighting, but it is like really soft, almost like that minky material. So I was curious to know if it was really going to be absorbent, but it is. It really does do a good job, and there's no worries about that. The other side, the print fabric, is also very soft. I do like this kind of material, at least on one side of my burp cloths. And I will say, even though Remy is not a huge spit up girl, she rarely ever spits up. I can like count on my hands how many times in the past month she has, but at the same time it's also perfect for those babies as well, because like I said, there's a ton of burp cloth here. So this gets me about 3 days worth. And like I said, she doesn't really spit up, but I still, wipe her mouth when she's done eating, because she does always have like a little milk and whatever, but it does get me a few days worth, and then I'll wash it. So even if your baby doesn't spit up a ton or anything, it's still really great to have, because you're not going through a bunch of different burp cloths. You can just kind of keep one on hand, maybe even 2. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm thinking about buying another one, but I just feel like it's just a great tool all around. It stays in place. I don't have a problem with it budging. I really liked it, and I really did like to throw it on people when they came over, in those first few days, and you're not really sure if the baby's gonna throw up all over them. But I really like to put it on like my mom and my grandma and stuff, especially when people are wearing nice clothes, because it really does cover a ton and they're not gonna get their clothes ruined. But yeah, All around, I think it is amazing. It is totally worth the money to me, especially, like I said, if you're a reflux mom and you're dealing with this kind of stuff constantly. Totally worth the money in my opinion. I also do like that the company is just a small family-based company. I think it's super sweet. Her mom hand sews these. That's everything that I have for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks for watching.